Hello, friends. So, as the topic suggests, that today we are going to discuss about tips and tools which a teacher must always be aware to conduct the class smoothly, plus also to pace up with the pace of the children. So let's begin without wasting time. So let me share the PPT and we begin here. Just give me a minute. Here. So here we are going to discuss. I'll be asking time to time to put comments. So please do so. Please express your feelings, your experiences while we are into the workshop. So let's see here. Like, as I said, why we need to have this particular workshop, why do we need? That is, we should be able to empower, engage, and inspire learners. That is for sure. Yes. So tell me, friends, what does this picture indicate, or what do you actually, what kind of feeling do you have when you see this picture? Can you find any relation in teacher and student relationship where this kite and the thin line of thread is being shown? Yes. Sure, I can see the comments coming up, and yes, they are showing like it's like a line of thin line of thread depicts that how the thread reel is being kept in control, but yet it is being allowed, the kite is being allowed to soar high in the sky to explore. Similarly, even the teachers, because these are students of small age group, they need to be guided, they need to be controlled, but they also need to be allowed to soar high in the sky. They also need to be allowed to explore on their own. They also need to be allowed to innovate, create. That is what is expected. So let's see why teaching methods matter, why we are talking about different methods, so that the learning process can be better, can be improved. Because first thing is about the student engagement. We have to ensure that the students are engaged when you are explaining certain concepts, because if they are not, then they are hardly going to understand any concept. Next is about the knowledge retention. That is, if the knowledge has been, let's say, the concept has been explained properly in the class, children or the student can retain it properly. Third, as I can see, that is critical thinking skills. That is, this is actually core of the education nowadays. CBSE is actually harping upon this thing that through whatever concept you are explaining in the class, it's very important that we are able to instill the critical thinking skills amongst the student. Talking about collaboration and creativity, like in the fast changing world and the world kind of world we are seeing here, it's very important that the children learn to collaborate, live together, and also at the same time they are able to create, explore new things. So this we have to understand as an educator, that teaching is evolving rapidly or more so that it has to evolve, because nowadays the students require, the learners require interactive learning. It is not as it used to be the traditional teaching, that one way teaching used to happen. It has to be interactive. It has to change as per the technology is changing, upgrading, and it also needs to be personalized. The personal touch amongst the teacher and individual student has to be there. This is the children they expect. So, very first thing, that is, now comes the tip number one, that is, know your learners. You should know every single child you have in the classroom and their strength, their weaknesses, and their learning styles. For this, we can talk to them individually. We can ask them to write on our paper. We can ask them to fill the Google Forms and take it up in the classroom. Tip number two, that is, set clear learning objectives. Whichever subject you are teaching in the classroom, it's very important that you should know towards the end of the class, like today, 35 minutes, what you aim to teach and what you expect that learner should be able to understand. That means it's like you have taken up a concept, and you also should recap before leaving the class. I understand that it's not possible that if 35 is the strength of your class and then all 35 would be able to answer, but I say even if 10 are able to answer, and so to say, like if you feel so that even two are able to answer your concept, that means your goal is actually set. Yes, next class you can ensure that more are able to answer back. The more are able to tell you that what concept you have taught to them in the classroom and what is it about. So, because we know that there are different, you can say, level of learners who will understand quickly, those who will take little time, and there are those who are going to take more time. Coming to the third tip number three, let's see. It is use active learning techniques. That is, we can take up role play, group problem solving, like where the children are participating. We should take up certain styles in teaching where we see active participation of the children. It should not be just you are explaining the concept and they're just sitting and listening to you, but they should also speak up. Time and again, you can ask certain questions to them, which they are going to answer, which is going to give you confidence that yes, whatever you explained has gone to their mind. Integrate technology wisely. Like tip number four. Now, because in the classrooms, almost all the classrooms nowadays have become smart board. They have the smart boards there. So we need to have a right blend of traditional methods along with the technological updates. So this can be with the help of, like, we arrange for them to see some videos, or we create a situation where they are quizzing on their own. We can ask them, okay, we can make two teams in the classroom and one team asking the other team, like this. It also can be done. So here their creativity would be there. They are framing questions, asking each others, and they are checking themselves how much they know. Tip number five, visualize concepts. That when you are explaining in the classroom, it's very important. It should not never, it should not be, or it should never be in the form like you are just explaining. It has to be in the form of diagram, some charts, some infographics. You can make some mind maps. and let them loose, and allow them to draw the diagrams well in their copies. I mean, just see and take a round in the classroom and see that whether they have what they have made is there or not. So, coming to tip number 6, encourage students' collaboration. It can be with the teamwork where you have planned certain, say, planting a tree. It can be like we have made one child stand up and explain the concept, that is, peer learning can happen. So, coming to tip number 7, make learning fun. Like, it can be done with the help of, sometimes you take them to open garden. It can be sometimes you tell them, okay, because nowadays the children are more tech savvy than us the teachers. So you can just tell them, okay, prepare so and so, and we will have a show up here in the classroom. One by one they can just stand up and present whatever they have prepared. Coming to next, that is tip number 8, personalized learning. Yes, we need to understand every student of our class and their need, his or her need. We need to find time because, as I said, you make a diagram and let the child draw the diagram. During this period, you can go to each child and talk to them, they see their copies, open their almanac, open their book, in what condition they have kept. You can also interact here with the parents if something is required with the help of their diaries, putting notes across there. And then here it's important that we understand at what speed the child is able to learn, plus in what way the child is learned. They are going to express in what way they are able to learn best. So, coming to tip number 9 now, encourage critical thinking skills. See, this is very important, or say most important aspect of the education today. CBSE is actually emphasizing again and again on this, that the children need to be actually taught in such a way that the thinking skills, the critical thinking skills, is developed amongst them. It's critical is not when they are criticizing or some negative note. It is on the note that they are able to understand and they are able to take up the things with the changes which are fast changing which are taking place in the world. So they are able to evaluate, analyze, and create. That is what is expected from them. So there are tools which I have suggested that you can see, and it can be done in the class with the help of, like, you ask open-ended question, pose problems, like you just tell them situation reaction test can be there. You give them a situation and let them see how they come up. So this can be done. Now, talking about tip number 10, that is, use real world examples. Whenever you are in the classroom, a concept you are going to explain, it should be with the current events. You should be able to connect. Like, I have given example, like impact of Russia and Ukraine war on India. Just recently, some landslides were there in Uttarakhand. Cloudburst have occurred in the higher mountains. So, what are they? What is the impact? Why these incidents are increasing? All this can be related to the concept which you are taking up in the class. So, yes, friends, keep up with the educational trends. That is very important. Like, stay informed about the new methods, and you attend workshops. So, here we are interacting here. That is something very positive, and We have actually, not only you are going to learn something today, but it is me also who's going to actually have an insight about how the things are there, what problems you are facing. You can put on the comment. Now, about the workshop, I would like teachers to discuss here. Please put your comments on the chat box and let me know what next as a workshop you would expect. I'm surely going to take it up. You can check my link on the comment box. It will be posted to the channel, and subscribe and share my channel to the maximum people you can. It is, and you can also see a few workshops which I have done earlier, which relate to, like, they're talking about scaffolding as a one tool, which is very important. Talking about flipped classroom, there's a workshop which I have taken, so that you can refer to that also. And you can put on comment, as I mentioned, that what next you would like to have in the form of workshop. So, I would like to end up here with this quote that education is most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And this is what we expect from the children, that they are the future citizens of the country. They should be able to innovate, create, and lead our country on the world map. So, thank you so much. Thank you for your presence here. Thank you. Jai Hind. Thank you.